Have you been feeling overlooked lately, or have you been that person in your life that you have always been overlooked? You walk in rooms and it feels like you're invisible, or you could be in conversation and people literally talk over you or act like they don't hear you, or you ever felt like your input is invalid. I felt like that. Trust me, I've been there, amongst friend groups and people and places. I'll get invited out places and get ignored, or I'll get in conversation groups and nobody, and it feels like nobody can hear me. But this is why you experience that, because God has called you to come out amongst from the crowd. He has set you apart. He has put you aside and has chosen you for such a time as this. And back then, it probably didn't make sense. I dealt with this a lot in my life. Like, why ain't nobody listening to me? I have a very valid point. I actually got the answer that can solve the problem, but nobody's giving me the opportunity to even speak. And it makes you feel inadequate. It makes you feel like, what am I even here for? It makes you feel like, well, why did they even invite me? What is this about? And going back to the last video I made, the part two of it was necessary because God wanted you to know this. It's because you shine so bright. That the people that invite you places, they like to be around you because of the glory and the favor that you carry, but they don't like the way that other people love on you. They don't like the way that other people light up when they see your face and get excited when you walk in the room. There's literally been times I can walk in somewhere and people will be all over me, and the person that's invited me there standing back just watching. Not saying that they have to be all in my face, but it's just kind of like this standoffish, and it's like, oh, they really like her, oh, they really love her. And so what you'll notice over time is they'll stop inviting you places, or you'll invite them out somewhere like, hey, come go with me, XYZ, and they'll be like, no, you can come over here and go with us. It's like they always want you to follow them, but they never want to take your idea and say, hey, I set something up for us to do for today. Or they're always busy with their other friends, and you just feel like what is this? I love my friend. I like to hang out with my friends and stuff like that. Or if you've ever been in those type of friendships where it's like, they start to hang out, like you would introduce a friend and bring another friend in the circle, and they'll start to hang out without you and start to talk about you, and you become the main topic of the reason why they get together, because they don't like you, but in your face they love you. But I just want to say that, count it all joy, when these things happen to you, because that is just the zeal that is up on your life. That is just the call in the hand of God that is up on your life. And people like to exploit that in many different ways. People like to use that to their advantage in many different ways. So I just want to encourage you that if you see this video, male, female, young, old, white, black, Asian, persuasion, whatever you are, no matter what your race is, if you feel like this, it's because you have been chosen. You have been set aside for God's work, because God is going to elevate you in the kingdom. And you're going to go from the person that's been being ignored and not seen to you're going to come in the spotlight. And when you come in the spotlight, you're going to be able to see, because the light ain't shining on you. The light, you are the light. It doesn't have to shine on you because you are the light. But when the light begins to shine on you, people around you will be able to see, like, oh my God, this person really didn't like that person. Other people can see things too. I remember dealing with a monitoring spirit, and I was at my birthday earlier this year, and I showed my friend the video. I was like, look, girl, it's my birthday. And the person that brought me to this birthday dinner had the most I don't know how to explain this look, but I didn't catch it. And my friend was like, "Friend, rewind that video." And I rewinded the video and I said, "What's wrong with what's going on?" She said, "Friend, rewind the video and look at the person in the background." So I looked and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even realize she was looking at me like that." And it was just like this, like this stank look. It was like very stank. And it was because of how the people that she introduced me to, they loved me. Like, I can't help that they love me. So you just have to be mindful. And this was somebody that I had lived really, really close to me, and I couldn't see this because I thought this was my friend. And that's how they slip us up. They treat us good. Or yeah, what about this? Those situations where they try to belittle you in front of other people, or try to make you feel slow, or try to make you feel dumb. And oh wow, you playing like that just so they can see, so you can see how they gonna treat you in front of other people. Even have those friends, we could be mid conversation and I could be like, "Oh yeah, they have this ingredient in this, and I want to use this for that." Oh no, they don't do that. Or you can tell that they fact checking, they going to Google it to see if it's really the truth, when it's not a fact of you trying to be right about something. It's just something that because you've experienced this. You've used this product. You've done this thing, and you're just letting them know, like, nah, this ain't what it is. And so they'll do anything to go out of their way to try to prove you wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. Stay away from them type of people, man, because what they're doing is trying to bring you down to their level, and to try to make you feel low, and to try to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And that way they can feel superior above you. But little do people know the position that you in, and the things that you carry, and the gifts that you have. You didn't even ask for this. You didn't even ask God for this. He gave it to you. He put you in this position. He said, "I want you to do this thing." And so you just have to be mindful, because you can't help who you are. If God says, "I want you to be this at this appointed time, I'm going to equip you, and you're going to have," and XYZ. You can't control what God is going to do. So I just wanted to come and say that, because I feel like someone needed to hear that on tonight, that you can't help who you are, and stop hiding who you are because of some insecure spirit, some jealous spirit of things. You'll hear me talk about these things a lot, because I've experienced these things a lot, and these things need to be brought to the forefront, because God is going to get the glory for your story. So remember that. And just stay connected to God. I love you guys. See you next time.